Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to Professional Oral Communication Presentations. And as you can see, I'm sending you a video from my office here. And I basically want to go through a number of things with you guys as to how we're going to proceed with the rest of the course. So I got a number of suggestions from you, and some of you have also even sent me your presentations. And I want to say thank you to those guys that have sent me the presentation. But I think that our presentation course needs to be a little bit more than just sending me a presentation and getting feedback. What I would really like you guys to do is actually make a video, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You can do it at home on your smartphone, film yourself in front of your monitor with your presentation, and then you can send it back to me. I'm just going to show you quickly how I want you to do it. Okay, so obviously, if you're going to be making a video, it's going to be a lot less formal than speaking in front of a live audience. Okay, but believe me, this is not a very easy thing to do because a lot of people don't like looking at themselves on video, and it often feels very strange when you're just talking into a camera by yourself and you don't get that emotional feedback, you don't get any response, and you're just really hoping for the best. So what I suggested, as I just said before, is that I want you to make the video. You're going to upload it to any kind of cloud. I've got here Uloshto, okay, and you can see right here the link. Okay, you have to do a small registration. If you don't speak Slovak, there is an icon that you can do it in English. You can upload it there, and all you have to do is send me the link, and I will watch it. I will give you feedback. I will also, send you 3 questions, and you need to answer them. You don't need to answer them on video. You can just answer those questions in an email. And of course, after I've seen the video link, then you can remove the video from the cloud. And then that way you don't have to worry about other people seeing it though, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate what I want from you. So basically, as I said, you're going to have to stand or sit yourself in front of your monitor, have your presentation ready like I have mine now. You're going to have to really fiddle around with things, either get closer or move further back or just figure it out somehow. I'm sure you'll be fine. So if I were to do my presentation, the first thing I would like to do, of course, is have the first slide up. And I think you pretty much know what the presentation is going to be about just from that first slide, okay? So I can start also with my rhetorical question, okay? So have you ever thought about what the world would like if there was no Canada? So for example, the world without Canada, there would obviously not be any hockey. There would be no maple syrup. There would be no telephone. Did you know that? Yeah, the telephone was invented by a Scottish immigrant to Canada, Alexander Graham Bell. There would be no basketball. Basketball was also invented by a Canadian, Dr. James Naismith, in the 1800s. He invented it for the Young Men's Christian Association, the YMCA, or as Slovak people know it as IMCA. And he thought or he devised this sport as an activity for a summer camp for young men and young women also, so for teenagers. And of course, insulin also comes from Canada. It was invented by Dr. Frederick Banting and in London, Ontario. And of course, if there was no insulin, there would still be a lot of suffering people in the world. So my presentation, I will discuss some important facts about Canada, some important people from Canada, some Canadian food, and then something about the Aboriginal people who live in Canada. Okay, so if I were to be making the presentation, there is of course going to be some problems. So you can see right here that because I'm using the selfie icon, that everything everything is written backwards. So yeah, if you can figure out a way to figure that out. There is actually a reflection thing, but in fact, I don't mind if you just show yourself time to time like I'm doing right now. That's okay. If you have a picture up there, even better. You don't have to worry about the reflection. But I think it's probably just as good if you go back to the other format, to the straight camera, and then film the presentation that way, and I can hear you speaking. So I'm going to go back to it and show you a few more things here. Okay, so now you can read it, okay? You can hear my voice, and I feel a lot calmer because I'm not looking at myself in the selfie format. So I can just go on with my presentation and tell you a whole bunch of stuff all about Canada, everything I know. I'm not going to show you any of the links that I have to any of the videos or anything like that. That's just going to take too long. If you want to send me any links to any video clips you have, that would be great. Now, obviously, I'm editing this video, and I don't have much experience in editing videos, but I have a little bit of experience, and I want to show you what I use to make my edits, and so that my videos do come out a little bit more clearly. So I use something that's called UCut. It's very, very simple. You can download it for free from your Google Play Store if you have Android. You can also find it, of course, on Apple iPhone. And it's very, very simple. There's only about 5 features. Basically, you have to make your edit, or you have to make your shots, stop it, and then you can string them all together. Now you can add music, and you can add some subtitles as well if necessary. But I find it's the easiest way to make a video. Okay, now some of the clouds that you can use, of course, is OneDrive, which you have on your Microsoft Outlook. So you can just go to that. Again, you have to do a small registration. Even Google has a cloud that you can use. Everybody knows about that one. And the local ones here or maybe one of the most popular, I guess, in Slovakia is Uložto. Okay, and so you just have to put Uložto SK. Okay, actually without the period. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably not coming in too well, but it doesn't matter though. I'm going to send you the link anyways. And so all you have to do is just register yourself very quickly, upload the video, and you can send me the link. Okay. There's also an assignment that I've asked you to do recently, and that's to look at pages 103 to 108 from the book. I hope everybody has the book. If you don't have it, by all means, just send me an email and I'll get it out to you. Okay. All it is a questionnaire. Just answer the questions. Just put it on, in a Word format and send it to me. So basically, this is more of a thorough plan, and I'm going to show it to you very quickly here, just very briefly how it works. Okay, so in my last email to you, I asked you guys to do Appendix B, okay, which is actually organizing your presentation. Okay, so you can find Appendix B over on page 103. And like I said, all I really want you to do is just kind of go through everything here, okay? So you can make up anything you want here, but I think you'll know what kind of equipment that you're going to need. You have an idea that there's probably going to be about 20 people in your audience, okay? And then, especially, go through your content. What are the 3 main points? There might be even 4 main points, but you don't want to go, you don't want to go more than 4. You want to keep your presentation, or at least your topic, as focused as possible. Okay. Think about how many slides you're going to have, or if it's a Prezi presentation, how long it's going to be, or at least how many, Prezi goes in and out and everything like that. So how many, I guess, slides as well. I really don't know what you would call it. Pictures, I guess, in the Prezi. Okay, so think about your introduction, how you're going to introduce yourself, your rhetorical question. Okay, all of this stuff, it's going to really, really help you. Okay, how the length of it, any rules about asking questions. Go to your main part. So as I said, you're going to have 3 main points. Okay, so you get main point 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and any graphs that you can think of that you're going, that you might think are extremely important for the presentation, write them down. Okay, any objects that you might have brought with you. People bring things to their presentation all the time for the audience to look at. Okay, and then finally about how you're going to conclude your presentation as well. Okay, and of course the hardest thing, okay, in your presentation is actually dealing with questions. So what can I expect? So really the most important thing that I want you to think about over the Easter holidays are 3 questions that you believe somebody from the audience might ask you, or in this case, something that I might ask you. Okay, so you can write them down, also prepare an answer, okay? And that's it, okay? And over here on page 109, or at least I think it is, 109, you will see here a feedback form, okay? So I'm going to send you a feedback form. I'm just going to check, it's just a short checklist, but I'm going to put all the comments down here. And it's also going to be a Microsoft Word format. Okay, so I hope this answers a lot of your questions. I'm really looking forward to all your video presentations. You can send it to me anytime, really. So I think if, let's say today is April 7th, how about I give you 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, at least until the end of April, the beginning of May, that I'll go through, sending feedback and so on. Anyway, so until then, every Wednesday, I'm going to try and send you a short video like this with some suggestions as to how to even improve your presentation. I've got tons of lectures that I made in previous courses. It would be a shame to waste them. And you don't get that same feel if I just send you the presentation and you look through it and then you got to figure it out by yourself. So basically from next week on, I'm going to start, videotaping these lectures and try to explain everything, and I'll give you some exercises, things that you can do at home and continue on a self-study. Okay, thank you very much for your time, everybody. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I'm looking forward to all your video presentations. Bye-bye.